Good morning, class. Welcome to this lecture. We will be starting the fifth unit today, that is relational database design and normalization. We have already seen the database design and we already know what you mean by relational databases. We have seen a lot about it. So the primarily we will be focusing on normalization. What exactly is normalization? When you design a particular database, then you store the information there, then use your certain principles, because we know that we store the data in the form of a table. So when we store the data in the form of a table, there are certain principles that needs to be followed. So let us go through them. The main thing is that we will be primarily focusing on normalization. So that is the principle. So before, let us go through these things, that what do you mean by good database design. So in good database design, there are certain principles. The first principle is that duplicate information is to be avoided. That is redundancy of data. Redundancy means you are storing the same information at more than one number of places. So if you are doing so, you are storing the same information at more than one number of places, then what you are actually doing, you are wasting your space. So that should not allowed. That is not at all allowed, or that is not a good design, because the same information you are storing it again and again. Now what is the need of storing the same information again and again? So we have seen a lot of example. One teacher is teaching to two different classes, two different departments. In every department you are storing his record, his name, his age, and all the information, and you are using one database. So the information is been duplicated. So that should be avoided. Second is correctness and completeness of information is important. The information must be correct and complete. If you are having information wherein you have to collect 7 attributes, then all the correct information must be there in that all those 7 attributes, and it must be there in all the 7 attributes. It is not like that you are storing 6 attributes information and one attribute you have not stored any information for it. So that should not be the case, because if you are having incorrect information, suppose you are storing a certain telephone number, and if that particular telephone number is incorrect, then at times when you have to call at that particular number, so you will not be getting what exactly you wanted. So therein that will be the waste of your efficiency. So that can lead to, so any information that will lead, it will give you incorrect information, because we are retrieving the data. As incorrect information is stored, you will get incorrect information. And based on that, if you take decisions, you will be totally misinformed. You cannot take decisions based on that. So a good design is therefore database. For a good design is therefore one for a database which divides your information into subject-based tables to reduce redundant data. So what is the solution of reducing this redundant data? If suppose you are having one information at various many places, then you have to store all the information at one place, and you have to assign one attribute that is called as a key, a primary key, through which you will identify that particular person, and you can just store that one thing there. So we have already seen it. Then provides access with the information it requires to join information in the table together needed. So you have to create a table, you have to join the table, and that is how you can make a good database design. That is, you can avoid redundancy, you can avoid inconsistency. Inconsistency means suppose you are updating a thing, or if the changes are being made but they are not being made at all the places, so that is inconsistency. Suppose my information, my name, my email ID, my mobile number, my address, my overall experience is being stored in mechanical department, electrical department, IT department, computer department, and so on. Now if I have to edit it, so I have edited at one place in mechanical department, but I haven't edited it at another places. So the information is not correct, it is inconsistent. The information will not match at both the places. So that should be avoided. That is called as inconsistency. A good database design helps support and ensure the accuracy and integrity of your information. Accuracy, your information must be accurate. Accurate means it must be perfect. It must be updated thoroughly. पूरा का पूरा ही update होना चाहिए properly. And that accommodates your processing and reporting. So what is basically that we have already seen this thing, that the inconsistencies must be avoided, the information must be accurate, the information must be correct, the information must be complete, and then there should not be any duplication of the information. because based on that you are going to take certain many decisions. So that will be not good, or the decisions will not be the righter ones. Now we'll come to the next point, that is normalization. Again, regarding the design of database, we have already seen in previous lectures in relational databases. In the very first unit itself, we have already seen what do you mean by database. So database and database designing, a lot has been done, a lot has been said about that particular thing, and this will be told to you. So in the previous units we have already covered that topic. Now the next important point today that we are going to discuss is normalization. So what is basically normalization? And we are specifically talking about the normalization in DBMS. So normalization is the process of organizing the data into a database. So the way you organize your data into the database is called as normalization. It is used to minimize the redundancy from a relation or set of relations. Second part, the way in which you organize the data, that is called as normalization. Then second is, it is used to minimize the redundancy, that means duplicate data is avoided from a relation, that is from a table or a set of table. Relation means table. So from one table or from different number of tables or from the different set of tables, the redundant data is being avoided. For that we use normalization. It is also used to enumerate undesirable characteristics like insertion, update and deletion anomalies. Now anomalies means what? Anomalies means sorry, anomalies means there is certain issue, there is a particular issue, or there are certain issues. So these are the certain issues. That means with that issue means you will not be able to perform that operation efficiently. So in that case you can use the term anomaly. So there are certain anomalies during insertion, during update and deletion. That means whenever you are going to update your data, you are going to insert something in it, you are going to delete. So there could be some inconsistency. That means if you want to delete one thing, another thing may be deleted. If you want to insert some value, you will not be able to insert. If you update, the updation will not be proper. So there you have to find solutions for them. So to eliminate this, all kind of these things like insertion, update and deletion anomalies, inconsistency, we use normalization. Then there are certain rules for normalization. So when you will see actually the table, you will understand those rules. So what are those rules? The values of composite key, basically the things which form the composite key. We already know what do you mean by composite key. Suppose there is one table having a primary key, employee ID, and in that table there is one more like department ID. So when you combine those two, it will become a composite key, because using these two things you can get it. For example, if I want a student from roll number 4 from TM1, so I have to mention both the things. Third year roll number 4 will not work. I have to specify TM1 roll number 4, TM2 roll number 6. So when TM1 or TM2, so that means I have to specify the section plus I have to specify the roll number, then I can reach to that particular person. So when you combine these two attributes to form a key, that is called as composite key. Because TM1 and roll number 4, there will be only one person. If I say third year roll number 4, then there will be two persons, one from TM1, one from TM2. So what I have done here, roll number and TM1, both I have used as a key, so that is called as a composite key. So the value of composite key cannot be null. It must have some value there. Normalizations means it says that the value for these things cannot be null. The attributes must be atomic. The second point is attributes must be atomic. So what do you mean by that? Atomic means what? Atomic means they must be having a unique value. They must be having a unique means not a very special value, but it should not be divisible further. It should not be further divisible. What do you mean by further divisible? For example, if you store your address. So when I talk about address, okay. So if you store your address, then there can be city, there can be pin code, then there can be street, etc. Then there can be state. So here there are so many things that you can store your city at one place, you can store your area at another place, you can store your pin code in one place, your state in other place. So this particular data, that is address, an attribute, it is further splitted, it is further divisible. So that is not an atomic one. What we are saying, the attributes must be atomic, that means it must be having only one value. It must be having only one value. Like I suppose say city is only one thing, that is Chandrapur. One city I suppose name For example, Delhi, there is one city, Delhi. So Delhi is the name of the city. I am storing the attribute city, so I have the attribute named city, and wherein I am storing this value Delhi. So this value Delhi, it will not be splitted. You cannot split in like ki Dil other each other side, not like that. But if you store your address like 1 ABC Ganesh Vihar Colony, pin code 4444607 and so on, so here you can split. We have already seen this multi-valued attributes. Multi-valued attributes देखे थे ना, तो ये multi-valued attributes नहीं होना चाहिए. This is what normalization says. These are the principles of normalization. What they said, the composite key cannot be null. The attributes must be atomic. These two parts, attributes must be atomic and composite cannot be null. Next is normalization divides larger table into smaller table and links them using relationship. So we are forming more than one table from one table. For one table, we are deriving or decomposing it, or we are forming another number of tables based on certain links and relationships. That is normalization. So what are the principles of normalization? The composite key cannot be null, the attributes must be atomic, and it divides larger table into smaller table. Now, why it is basically used? To remove the anomalies in DBMS. So we already know the anomalies, like you cannot insert, you cannot update, you cannot delete. So where will such thing happen and what will be the issue with that? So we'll see it, what is the issue. Now we have taken one example here. Suppose a manufacturing company stores the employee details in a table named employee. एक employee नाम का table है जिसमें कुछ attributes है. Not 4, there are 5 attributes. Employee ID, employee name, employee address, employee department and department name. So these are certain attributes here. What are those attributes? Employee ID, employee name, employee address, employee department and department name. So we have a relation. We have a relation means we have a table named employee which is having these particular attributes. ID, employee name, employee address, employee department, department name, and there are values for it. Suppose 101, name is Rick, address is Delhi, department name is D001, department and department name is R&D. Next is again 101 ID, name is Rick, address is Delhi, because it is possible that one person can work in more than one department. So this, he is working in this department also and he is working in this department also. So this particular person, Rick, who is from Delhi, is working in the department R&D and also working in the department design. So he is working in design, he is working in R&D. So it is quite possible. So no issues about it. So this is a good thing. Next one is this particular person having ID Maggie 123 is from Agra, his department number this, and he is working in QA, that is quality assurance. He is working in the quality assurance department. Then 166 Glenn, he is from Chennai. Then he is again working in 2 departments, that is production and assembly. So it is quite possible. So there is no issue with this particular table. On seeing this table, it would look like that we have fantastically stored the data. How fantastically we have stored? Because we are getting the employee ID, then we are getting its name, his address and his department and department name also. So fantastically you have stored. He is working in another department. So here also you have stored all the information. So we see that it is a particular thing. When we look at it, we think that it is a very good way of storing the data, but there are issues with this particular table. So what are those issues? Those are anomalies. So let us understand. Suppose a new employee joins the company. Now it is quite possible a new employee who is joining the company, he may be under training and currently not assigned to any department. Suppose one employee, he joins the company and he is not being allotted any department yet. So he is just under training. So in that case, where you are going to store his information? So but obviously you can say that, sir, we will be storing his information in the previous table, in the table employee. Okay, so let us do that. Let us see if there are any issues about it. So one particular person, he is not being assigned any department. So where he will store his information, he will not be having the department number because he is not having any department. So there is no department number. Yes, you can give him ID, that is well. He can have certain ID, he can have name, so he can have ID, you can provide him with a particular ID. That is quite possible. He must be having a name, his address, that is quite possible, but he is not allocated to any department, so he is not having any department number. So there is no department and no department name. Now, so what is issue with it? We'll store the value null value here. If you are not having any value, you can store null value there. So what is issue in that? So what is issue in that? So let us see what does normalization says. What it says? The values of composite keys cannot be null. The values of composite keys cannot be null because you cannot store a null value where in the attribute which you are using as a composite key. So here you are using these two values, employee ID and employee department. These are the composite keys. Now how are these composite keys? Suppose if you want to extract the information for the employee ID 101, in which what is his department name. So if you want to know his department name by just employee ID, you can get this department name or you can get this department name. Okay, but that is a anomaly. You are not getting one department, you are getting two departments. So what are you expecting? With one query you must get only one answer, but you are getting two things. So this key is not enough to get accurate information. So what we do, the person with employee ID 101 and department D001, for that particular person we want to know the department, and yes, for an employee ID who is saying employee ID 101 and department D001, so his department name is R&D, that is research and development. Same you can the employee ID and department ID D002, then you are going exactly the department name. So with the help of this and with help of this you are getting this information. So there can be very many tables. So this and this, they together form a composite key. Employee ID and EMP underscore department, they together form a composite key. So these composite key attributes cannot be null as per the rules of normalization. What are the rules? The values of composite keys cannot be null. So if you want to store the information of a new employee, so yes, you are having all the values. You can provide him ID, you can provide him name, he will be having certain address, but he will not be having any department. So you can provide here null. So that is not at all permitted. So null value is not permitted. Hence, there is an insert anomaly. Does not allow null result. So that is an anomaly. So there is an inconsistency. You cannot insert this particular table. Initially it was looking very fine. हमको देखने से लग रहा था कि एक अच्छा टेबल बना है, इसमें सब पूरी इन्फॉर्मेशन प्रॉपर, लेकिन अब ख्याल में आया कि एक ऐसी केस आ गई कि जहाँ पे अगर किसी को डिपार्टमेंट अलॉट नहीं हुआ, कंपनी में किसी ने एंट्री लिया है, वो ट्रेनिंग पर है और उसको डिपार्टमेंट अलॉट नहीं हुआ है, तो आप उसकी इन्फॉर्मेशन इसमें इंसर्ट ही नहीं कर सकते हो। तो ये डाटाबेस फिर हमारे क्या काम का? ये डाटाबेस हमारे काम का नहीं। हमको ऐसा डाटाबेस चाहिए जिसमें हमारा अगर किसी को डिपार्टमेंट नहीं भी अलॉकेट किया तो भी उसकी इन्फॉर्मेशन स्टोर हो सके, क्योंकि वो ज्वाइन तो कर चुका है। तो इसलिए ये होगी इंसर्शन एनोमली। तो इसके लिए हम नॉर्मलाइजेशन यूज़ करते हैं। तो ये हमने समझा कि इंसर्शन एनोमली मतलब क्या है। अब देखते अपडेट एनोमली क्या है, कि आप अपडेट भी नहीं कर पा रहे हो। सो हाउ इट इज़ पॉसिबल? सो लेट अस सी इन द टेबल, इन द अबव टेबल वी हैव 2 rows फॉर एम्प्लॉय रिक as he belongs to 2 departments of the company. There is one employee named Rick. Rick ये जो एम्प्लॉय है ये 2 rows में है, क्योंकि he is working in 2 different departments. ठीक है, let us see here. This is particular that employee Rick. So Rick is working in R&D and Rick is working in design departments. Okay. So there is a particular person named Rick. He is working in 2 departments. If we want to update the address of Rick, then we have to update the same into 2 rows or that data will become inconsistent. Okay. Now, if you have to change his address, you have to change this thing from Delhi to Agra or whatever it is, Delhi to Mumbai. So you have to make changes here also, you have to make changes here also. So with one query, you will not be able to update it, because you have to file 2 queries with employee ID and employee department, with employee ID 1001, employee ID 101 and department D001, change address from Delhi to certain another city. So that you can do, but with that you can just change only one address. So by one query you can change only one address. It is not possible to change another address. Now why it is not possible to change another address? Because if you say employee ID 1001, he will ask you, because you are using a composite key, department and employee ID. So using these two only, employee ID and AMP under department, using these two only you can change these tuples. So if you take this, only one row will be updated, but we do not want that. Again we have to update this one also. So what is an issue in that when you can update two time? तो उसमें गलत क्या है? हम दो बार अपडेट कर सकते हैं, दैट कुड बी ए कॉमन क्वेश्चन, लेकिन हम यहाँ पर बात कर रहे हैं दो रोज की. तो हमें क्या चाहिए था कि हमको एक ही बार अपडेट करने से हमारा डेटाबेस अपडेट होना चाहिए. जहाँ जहाँ पर भी वैल्यू है वहाँ पर वो अपडेट होनी चाहिए, बस दैट्स इट. वो एक बार हमने यहाँ से अपडेट किया तो वो हर जगह पे अपडेट हो जानी चाहिए. अगर ऐसा होता है तो ही फिर ये प्रॉपरली हमारा डेटाबेस हम बोलेंगे. और एल्स ये कैसा हो जाएगा, अपडेट की आने वाली होगी कि यहाँ भी करो वहाँ भी करो. और सपोज बाई चांस इफ़ यू फॉरगॉट टू अपडेट एट वन प्लेस, सपोज वो डेटा 10 जगह पे स्टोर है और आपने एक जगह पे अपडेट नहीं किया, तो 9 जगह पे आपने अपडेट कर दिया, वेल एंड फाइन, बट एट वन प्लेस यू फॉरगॉट टू अपडेट और यू कैन नॉट अपडेट फॉर एनी रीजन. तो ये क्या हो गया, इनकन्सिस्टेंट हो गया डेटा. वहाँ पर आपके पास कंप्लीट डेटा नहीं है, तो इसलिए आपको क्या वहाँ पे जाके अपडेट करना पड़ेगा. सो दैट इज़ नॉट अ गुड डिज़ाइन. सो इसलिए इसको बोलते हैं अपडेट एनोमली. यू कैन नॉट अपडेट द डेटा, क्योंकि अगर आपने प्रॉपरली एक जगह पे अपडेट किया तो सब जगह पे होना चाहिए, लेकिन यहाँ ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं है. तो इसका मतलब आप क्या कर रहे हो, डेटा को अपडेट नहीं कर पा रहे हो. सो दैट इज़ एन अपडेट एनोमली. दैट इज़ एन अपडेट एनोमली. तो अब हमारे समझ में अपडेट में क्या प्रॉब्लम है. अब देखते हैं डिलीट एनोमली मतलब क्या है. A deletion anomaly normal occurs when you delete a record that may contain attributes that you shouldn't be deleted. मतलब आपने एक रिकॉर्ड में से आपको कुछ डिलीट करना है, लेकिन उसके साथ कुछ ऐसा डिलीट हो जा रहा है जो आपको डिलीट नहीं करना है. सो वेरी सिंपल, हमको डिलीट करना था एक वैल्यू, लेकिन अगर वो एक वैल्यू डिलीट करते तो उसके साथ और दूसरी 10 वैल्यू डिलीट होती जो हमको डिलीट नहीं करना है. फॉर इंस्टेंस, इफ़ वी रिमूव द इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द डिपार्टमेंट नेम, then all the values in that tuple will be deleted, which is not desirable. What we say, we delete the information department name. डिपार्टमेंट ने हमको हटाना है वहाँ से, तो ट्यूपल्स की सारी वैल्यू डिलीट हो जाएंगे, विच इज़ नॉट डिजायरेबल. देखते हैं इसका मतलब क्या है. लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड इट. सपोज मुझे कि डिपार्टमेंट है क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस. अब ये डिपार्टमेंट हमने क्या कर दिया, इसको बंद कर दिया. अब अगर आपने डिपार्टमेंट बंद कर दिया तो आप इसको आइडेंटिफाई कैसे कर रहे थे, एम्प्लॉय ID 123 और EMP डिपार्टमेंट D890, क्योंकि जब ये दोनों मैच होंगे तभी आपका ये आएगा डिपार्टमेंट नेम इस टेबल के हिसाब से. नहीं तो आपको अगर सिर्फ क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस की वैल्यू चाहिए तो आप सिर्फ बोलेंगे डिपार्टमेंट नंबर 890, लेकिन हमारे पास यहाँ पर क्या यूज़ कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पर हमने कंपोजिट की यूज़ की थी, क्योंकि कंपोजिट यूज़ करने के बाद ही हमको प्रॉपरली डिपार्टमेंट नेम मिलता है. एम्प्लॉय ID और एम्प्लॉय डिपार्टमेंट दोनों मिला के कंपोजिट की बनती, तभी हमको डिपार्टमेंट नेम मिलता है. जैसे यहाँ पर 101 और D001, तब हमको पता चला था R&D डिपार्टमेंट है. अगर आप 101 लेते सिर्फ एम्प्लॉय ID तो डिपार्टमेंट आपको पता नहीं चलता था. अब यहाँ पर सिर्फ एक वैल्यू, इसलिए आपको समझ में आ रहा था, लेकिन पूरे टेबल के लिए हमने क्या किया, फिर ये दोनों मिला के प्राइमरी की दो कीज़ मिला के बनाया था कंपोजिट की. तो अब आपने क्या किया, ये लिया ये एम्प्लॉय ID और ये लिया डिपार्टमेंट, और इसके आगे की ये वैल्यू आपने डिलीट कर दी. तो जैसे आपने ये वैल्यू डिलीट करी तो आप एक एक वैल्यू नहीं, आपका ये डाटा भी डिलीट हो जाएंगे, इसका एड्रेस, ये सारी की सारी वैल्यू डिलीट हो जाएंगी. आपकी क्वेरी क्या रहेंगी, डिलीट फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर टेबल फाइल एम्प्लॉय ID इज इक्वल टू दिस, डिपार्टमेंट इज इक्वल टू दिस. तो यहाँ से पूरी की पूरी सब डिलीट हो जाएंगे. लेकिन हमको क्या डिलीट करना था, हमको सिर्फ एक ही चीज़ डिलीट करना था कि ये डिपार्टमेंट हमने बंद कर दिया, तो सिर्फ इतना डिलीट हो जाए टेबल में से. लेकिन ये वैल्यू चाहिए, ये वैल्यू चाहिए, ये वैल्यू भी चाहिए, ये वैल्यू भी चाहिए. लेकिन आप एक वैल्यू डिलीट करने जा रहे हो तो पूरा का पूरा रिकॉर्ड ही डिलीट हो रहा, पूरा का पूरा रिकॉर्ड, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ट्यूपल. वो पूरी की पूरी रो ही डिलीट हो रही. सो दैट इज़ नॉट डिजायरेबल. वो हमको चाहिए था क्या, वो हमको नहीं चाहिए था. सो दैट इज व्हाट वी कॉल एज अ डिलीट एनोमली. सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय एनोमलीज. हमने यहाँ से देखा था कि अब हमने देखा था इसमें क्या देखा था कि 3 टाइप की एनोमली रहती. कौन सी, इंसर्शन, अपडेशन एंड डिलीशन. नाउ वी इजीली अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दिस एनोमली. सेकंड पार्ट हमने नॉर्मलाइजेशन के रूल्स क्या देखे थे, कंपोजिट वैल्यूज कैन नॉट बी नल, एट्रीब्यूट्स मस्ट बी एटॉमिक, एंड थर्ड तो ये हमने देख लिया कि नल नहीं रहती वैल्यू, एटॉमिक होनी चाहिए, ये भी हमारे ख्याल में आ गया। अब डिवाइड्स लार्जर टेबल इनटू स्मॉलर टेबल, तो एक बड़े टेबल को छोटे टेबल में डिवाइड करता यूजिंग द लिंक्स एंड रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन देम। तो ये फिर क्या करता, मतलब एक्चुअली नॉर्मलाइजेशन, तो उसमें देखो अब हम वो यहाँ पर समझेंगे और अलग अलग एग्जाम्पल लेके हम लोग समझेंगे कि ये जो एनोमलीज है, इंसर्ट, अपडेट और डिलीट, ये किस तरह से नॉर्मलाइजेशन में रिमूव होती है। सो बेसिकली नॉर्मलाइजेशन की जो फॉर्म्स आती है उसको बोलते हैं फर्स्ट नॉर्मल फॉर्म 1NF, सेकेंड नॉर्मल फॉर्म 2NF, थर्ड नॉर्मल फॉर्म 3NF। NF मतलब नॉर्मल फॉर्म, 1NF फर्स्ट नॉर्मल फॉर्म, 2NF सेकेंड नॉर्मल फॉर्म और 3NF थर्ड नॉर्मल फॉर्म। गॉट इट? 1 नॉर्मल फॉर्म, 2 नॉर्मल फॉर्म, 3 नॉर्मल फॉर्म। अब ये 1 नॉर्मल क्या है, 2 नॉर्मल क्या है, 3 नॉर्मल क्या है, विल बी सीइंग इन द कमिंग लेक्चर्स, देखेंगे हम उसको। और एक है बॉयस एंड कॉड नॉर्मल फॉर्म, बॉयस एंड कॉड। अब व्हाट इज दिस बॉयस एंड कॉड नॉर्मल फॉर्म, तो ये 1 के बाद 2, 2 के बाद 3 और 3 के बाद में फिर ये आता। सो व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू, वी आर गोइंग टू सी इट इन अ नेक्स्ट लेक्चर। नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हम लोग देखेंगे what do you mean by first normal form, second normal form and third normal form. So in this lecture what we have studied, we have basically studied ki what is a good database design and what are the anomalies, what do you mean by normalization, and what are the insert, update and delete anomalies. And then we are going to see in the next lecture how do this particular normalization can eliminate all these things. So we'll stop here, see you in the next lecture. Till then, thank you class, good day, Jai Hind.